Happy Mounjaro Monday! Today, I have a lot of good news to share. I want to thank everyone who's come. My name is Gina. I have been on a Mounjaro journey for 35 weeks, and I also started taking hormone replacement therapy 8 weeks ago. And I saw my doctor this week, my gynecologist, and things are going great. But I want to share with you first that there's some good news on the Zepbound front for all my friends out there on Zepbound. My friends who are on Zepbound do not have type 2 diabetes, but they've had problems managing their weight. And so they take the Zepbound version of Tirzepatide, and Tirzepatide and Mounjaro and Zepbound are exactly the same medication, which is Tirzepatide. Well, for my friends who have been taking Zepbound, there has been a study that has come out, and 94% of people taking Zepbound reverse if they are in the pre-diabetes zone with their A1C and blood sugar. 94% of those people have their blood sugar go back to normal levels. That is huge, and it has hit the news. But if you've not seen it yet, I want to be sure that you know, because wow, that is giant for a few reasons. Number one, Mounjaro and Zepbound are very expensive medications. They're very expensive for our health insurance to cover it if they're going to choose to cover it. But if they can show, which they're showing now, that number one, those of us with type 2 diabetes, it's lowering our blood sugar and getting a lot of us into a healthy blood sugar range, including me. My blood sugar is doing so fabulous right now. And for those who have been battling obesity and they're in that in between stage where they don't have type 2 diabetes yet, but their blood sugar is starting to get a little bit too high, so they're borderline. Well, to go for borderline to normal blood sugar, that's huge. And if insurance companies really look at it, they will save money in the long term if they can get on board to accept these medications, because there are so many areas where Mounjaro and Zepbound are helping people in a huge way to not only lose pounds, but to help in other ways. I had shared a couple weeks ago that I had an ultrasound done of my liver, and I had it done a year ago to possibly be in a liver study, and found out a year ago that I had a level 1 non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. But my 1 year later, I went and had an ultrasound done again from the same place to see if I could be part of a study and see if it's gotten worse or gotten better. Well, it 100% cured itself. My liver is perfect. I'm in what they call a zero zone, which means I have zero fatty liver. My liver is absolutely fine. And they asked me, what are you doing? Because wow, I mean, it is a huge difference. And I was able to say, I've been taking Mounjaro since January 10th. And I will tell you right now, today is September 9th of 2024, if you're watching this on replay. So I've been on Mounjaro for almost about 8-ish months now. And fatty liver disease, boom, gone, erased from me. And they said that there's a Mounjaro study right now to check if it makes a difference for fatty liver disease. And it's in, I think, the stage 2 trials. And sure enough, they're showing I'm not the only one. There's a bunch of us that it's healing our livers, because your liver is an amazing organ that can get better. It can get better, and it also can get worse. I don't know, once you hit stage 4, it's really bad and people die from that. I don't know what it does if you're at stage 4, but I'll tell you what, my stage 1 went to 0. and was able to be erased. And so just think, there's so many things that can happen to you if you have type 2 diabetes. You can lose limbs. You can, your kidneys can fail, and then you have to be on dialysis, and that'd be really expensive for health insurance to pay for. I also, my cholesterol went way down while taking Mounjaro. Well, that's really good too. So there's going to be some studies coming out soon where they'll let us know, which I'm sure they're going to say that it's also going to help us with our cardiovascular system. There's studies now showing that Mounjaro and Zepbound are helping to cure people who have sleep apnea, so they won't have sleep apnea anymore. That's huge. And that sleep apnea can cause a lot of problems, a lot of health issues. So there's so many health issues that can be expensive for insurance to pay for when we have to have surgeries and hospital stays and kidney dialysis, and all those kind of things can be prevented with this wonderful medication. So I am hoping that in the near future, they're really going to be able to look at the big picture, that the medicine would be kind of expensive for them to cover, but not nearly as expensive as an operation and other things that happen when you battle with obesity. So anyway, I wanted to share those news just in case there's anyone out there that hadn't heard those. That is wonderful. And I had a really great week this week. So when I did I go live if you are new to the channel, I go live every Monday when I give myself my Mounjaro shot, and I do a question and answer, and you can ask me any question. It can be about type 2 diabetes. It can be about this medication. I'm also 58 years old and in my first year postmenopausal, so you can ask me menopause questions. I had a robotic hysterectomy in May. You can ask me questions about that. I am your big sister from another mister who's willing to share my journey. And if I have any information that could help you, I will share that. Now, I'm not a doctor though, so I always have to say that. I'm not a doctor. I don't play a doctor on TV, but I am your big sister from another mister who used to be a school teacher and loves to do research. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. Go ahead and start typing in the chats any questions that you have for me, because I'll be reading those questions out loud and answering them. Also, put in the comments too if you've had any wins this week. And this week I had some wins, so I'm really excited to share those wins with you too. Last Monday, when I gave my shot, my update was, gosh darn it, it was a maintaining week. I didn't lose any weight that week, but I didn't gain any either. So I was at a maintenance week, I guess, and my body just maintained, even though I ate well and I exercised every day. The scale stayed the same. But but last week I mentioned that I wanted to do a new challenge because I love to swim every day. I live in the desert and it is September. And whenever there's an R in the month, the water starts to get a little bit too cold. And you think, brr. So at some point here, it's been the hottest summer on record, so I get to swim a little bit longer. But at some point here, I'm not going to be able to swim. And I need to do some other exercise that I could really enjoy. And I found something, and I'm doing a 30-day challenge with a weighted hula hoop, because I had seen there's a lot of different brands of these, and I had seen different YouTube videos of a lot of people who were like 300 or 400 pounds who discovered the joy of weighted hula hooping. And they started losing tons of weight and tons of inches in their belly. And I thought, well, shoot, if that woman can lose over 100 pounds doing that and lose a bunch of inches, maybe I might like it too. So I researched hula hoops, and there's a lot of different brands of weighted hula hoops. Some of them are more expensive than others. I also looked for quality because some of them don't have as good of a quality as others. And this one had a lot of 5-star reviews on Amazon. It's by Fit on Form. So this is the one I got because it was half the price of the more expensive ones, but yet still has, it's weighted and it's cushy. And it has a good thing here. And I did create a video of me unboxing it and trying it for the first time. And it was really hard. I'll tell you, when I first got it out of the box, I wasn't sure if I could do it. Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
And I started doing it and started getting the hang of it. And then I let Jeff try it. And he decided he's going to do this too. So we're doing a 30-day challenge. I completed 7 full days this week of doing it every single day. Jeff had a birthday though. Let's see the top of your head. He's so tall. Jeff had his birthday though on Thursday, so he didn't exercise on his birthday. But I did it.
I was working outside all for hours.
I know, and he didn't have to do that on his birthday, but he did because he's such a good guy. And then there was one other day he missed because he was working really hard in the office, and he was working on bills and things, and he was starting to make headway. And so I did it without him. So he did it 5 out of 7 days. Let's see how you're doing it, Jeff. Yay! And he had a hard time at the beginning. Right, you can go better than that.
I know, but I'm scared to hit this
right.
chair and the. Hold on. Oh.
There you go. And he couldn't do it at first either. He looked a lot the way I did when I first pulled it out of the box and tried to do it.
I find it's easier if I fold my arms.
Oh, okay.
Maybe because you forget, how do I do it again? Halfway through, and then you slow down. But when I fold my arms, it's easier to keep it going.
There you go. Jeff and I want to go camping, and we thought these would be really great to take camping because they're lightweight and they pack really small. So we'll be doing this in the woods by our campers.
And in my 30 minutes of doing this,
yes.
Wait, you're gonna hit the spinner.
Here we go. All right. Well, I'll show off later. Here, okay. Tell us about what you did. You were saying something.
When I first started doing it, I had to throw it like every 4 or 5 seconds. No, not quite. Not bad. Like every couple of minutes, I would have to throw it again and throw it again. And now I can almost do it all the way through without stopping once.
For the full 30 minutes.
For the full 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Because it's like riding a bike. The first time you get on a bike, it's wobbly, you might fall down, but you practice a little bit, and then all of a sudden it's just super easy. And then you can't imagine, how could I not have ridden a bike before? Because it's just so easy. You want to do one more swirl for us?
Okay. Wait. Arms.
Oh yeah.
Arms.
And Jeff is not on Mounjaro or Zepbound, but he has been trying to eat better and exercise with me. And how much weight are you down now, Jeff?
12 pounds.
12 pounds. So yay! Good job, sweetie.
Thanks. I'm the lowest I've been in 6 weeks.
That's great. And I too am the lowest that I've been. This week, I did all the things I'd done the week previously. I ate between 1,200 and 1,700 calories. I swam for an hour every day like I had been doing, but I added 30 minutes of doing this with Jeff in the evenings.
Well, wait, what's the best part about doing this together?
That's a good question. Well, we watch TV while we do it. We're middle of watching Resident Alien on Netflix, and we got hooked on it. And usually, once I watch one episode, it always has a cliffhanger at the end. I'm like, oh, one more time, and we'll watch another one. Well, now it's one a day because we only allow ourselves to watch it if we're doing our hula hoop.
Yeah.
And then it makes it exciting.
It's a reward, kind of.
Yeah, because we really want to see what's going to happen next on Resident Alien. And so we strap on our hula hoops and away we go. And we each have a place in the living room where we know we're not going to hit something. that we can do it. But it's just been so helpful. So just adding this, because this was the only thing different I did. I lost 2 pounds this week, so I'm down 30 pounds now. So I'm really excited. So I'm now down.
You're still doing Mounjaro.
Well, I'm still doing Mounjaro. See, but I did Mounjaro the week before,
okay.
and I didn't lose any weight. I was on a maintenance.
So that was just adding this in.
Yeah. The only difference I did this week versus the week before is 30 minutes of this, and it made my body every day, and it made my body go, oh, she's doing something different, or oh, I got to get her metabolism going again at night instead of slugging way down low because I'm just chilling. And so
and I kind of like it as a belt. I'll wear it places.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been a lot of fun. And if some of you have some of the other weighted belts and it's in your closet because you tried it once and you thought, oh, this is too hard or whatever, pull it out and try it again. And you can do a 30-day challenge with us. And if you want to look for one, I have Jeff put up for me an Amazon store. I have an Amazon storefront, which is Amazon.com/shop/anchor moments. And if you forget what that is, I put it in the description. And not only is there hula hoops here, the one that I like, but anything that I like, some of Gina and Jeff's favorite stuff are in there. So anytime you want to shop on Amazon, check out our store first, because we're going to keep adding things. There might be something there that you'll like too. And then you can add other things in your cart that aren't on my list. It doesn't matter because it's all Amazon. But it's kind of like Anchor Moments recommendations of the things that we think are good. And I would only put something there if I thought it was good. So
well, you've got recommendations on
except for
those books.
There are 2 books
that we haven't read yet.
We haven't read
but
yet.
You got good recommendations.
Good recommendations. This one, Ellen Carr's Easy Way to Quit Emotional Eating, that Lucy recommended, my buddy in England. And
wait, isn't that by the same person who does the How to Quit Smoking that's talked about in Atomic Habits?
Yeah, and my friend Robin.
What's his name? Alan Carr.
Alan Carr.
Yeah.
She stopped smoking from Alan Carr's Stop Smoking book. So she really likes his books too. And so they were both excited about this one.
I have an audio book of a similar one by Alan Carr, and it's been very good so far too.
Oh yeah, we might have to add that one when we're done listening to it. And then this one that Barb from Health at Any Cost, she highly has read this one and highly recommends this one too. And I have a weight loss book club on this channel. We've been doing Atomic Habits, and we do 1 chapter a week. And we just finished chapter 19. So we only have like a week or 2 left. And then this book is going to be done. And we need a second book. So I haven't put the poll out yet. Maybe I can before I go to bed tonight. I'll put a poll out and you can choose which book you want next in that series. And we'll do 1 chapter a week. It's a book club for busy people. So it's only one chapter a week that we go over, but we do a deep dive. And so it's going to be one of these 2 next. And you can find this also on our favorite things on the Anchor Moments Amazon storefront.
I'm going to kiss you goodbye.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too. Go ahead and share.
Okay. So those were my good news from this week. I also, on the HRT front, I take hormone replacement therapy. As well with my Mounjaro. I started doing that 8 weeks ago. When I had my hysterectomy, my ovaries were removed too. So it's like a total hysterectomy. And I had a lot of hot flashes, but I had good news on that front as well. Number one, my hot flashes are gone. My night sweats are gone. But there's another hard thing that happens to women who have menopause that women don't talk about, because it's embarrassing. And so we don't share it with each other, so you don't really know. But there's a lot of things down low that fall apart when you don't have enough estrogen. Your skin down low gets real thin, and it can tear easily. And so it causes issues. And your urinary tract, with all that urinary stuff down low, also gets issues. And so I was having where, and a lot of women have this, like you sneeze or cough, you have to cross your legs when you do that, because if you don't, you'll have a little bit of a leak. And I was also having urgency, where I'd be like sitting on the couch or at the grocery store or something, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, I have to go to the bathroom. I have to pee, and I have to pee right now. And I just got just a short period of time to run to the bathroom to go. And I never would leak on the way to the bathroom, but when pulling down my pants, gosh darn it, I'd leak a little bit, and it'd be like, so I'd have to do extra laundry every week. And this was before my hysterectomy, but it was on my first year postmenopausal when this started happening. And so I saw a urologist, and he said he could do pelvic floor physical therapy. And I was supposed to start that last week. And the day before I was supposed to start pelvic floor physical therapy, I got a phone call from their billing office, and they said, "Oh, you need to know your insurance doesn't pay for pelvic floor physical therapy until you meet your out-of-pocket deductible." And that's a lot of money. It's thousands of dollars. So she said it's going to be $270 a session. And I had signed up for 4 sessions. And I said, "Whoa, gosh, that's over $1,000 for 4 sessions." And they said, "You know what? I haven't had any incontinence anymore. It disappeared. I started taking hormone replacement therapy, and I tell you what, I don't have any of those issues anymore. They've gone away." And I said, "Is it okay if I just go ahead and cancel now? And is it too late to cancel?" And they said, "No, that'd be fine." I said, "If it ever comes back, I'll give you a call, and it'll be worth it." But it's gone. So I've saved $1,000 of a medical bill because I don't need pelvic floor physical therapy anymore, because I use an estradiol patch, and because I don't have a uterus, I don't have to take progesterone, where women who have a uterus still need to take that. And some women take progesterone even if they don't have a uterus, because it helps you sleep better. For women who have a lot of insomnia, sometimes they'll still take it, even though progesterone, even though they don't have a uterus. But I'm just taking the estradiol patch, and it's a low dose estradiol. And I also do a little bit of testosterone gel. Women need testosterone just like guys do, but guys need 10 times the amount as women. So I just need a little bit. And this is a 1-day dose of testosterone for a guy. And this packet lasts me 10 days. So I got a packet of 30, a little box that has 30 of these in there, and that's going to last me 300 days, where it would last a guy 30 days. But I use a little bit of testosterone, and I tell you what, using these two together, I'm doing so much better in that all the urinary issues are just gone, 100% better. I still having a little bit of atrophy issues down low. So my gynecologist, she was very, very happy when she saw me and did a full exam, and said she thought I looked great, and she was really proud of me. And but we did talk about there is like a little area that's still having a few issues, and so I'm starting an estradiol cream for down low, to try for a little bit until all that totally clears up. And once that all clears up, the patch should be enough. So anyway, so that's all of my medical news on the medical front. And now I'm going to look at your questions and celebrate your wins. So let's read and see what questions and what wins you have to share this week. So let's see. Dennis is here. Hi, Dennis. Dennis Cruzy says, "Hi, Gina, waiting for you to go live." He was writing right before I went live. And Shorty's in the house. Woo-hoo! And Shorty says, "Hello, Gina and chat. How's everyone doing today? Good to see you, Shorty." Oh, and I forgot to mention, if anyone gives a super chat, whoever gives the most on a super chat or a super chat sticker, they get to choose where I give my shot this week. So if anyone would like to do that, just you can do that, and then I'll let you choose. And it could be last week. I believe Jennifer was the one who won, and she chose 3 o'clock on my tummy. And the week before that, it was Sandra, and she chose, I think my right leg, and the week before that with Jennifer, she chose my left leg. So if anyone would like to have a chance to let me know where to give myself my shot, that's how you'll do that. And let's see who else we have here. And we got Bea Gina in the house. Woo woo! And Taz the Bulldog, mom's in the house, Cindy, and she says, drive into Tennessee in my car, and I have quad to play. Quad to play. I think she means to say that she's watching us. So anyway, yay! Thanks, Cindy. And also we have Laverne in the house. Woo woo! And she says hi. And hey, 656 Boxer's back. And 656 Boxer says, just spent 10 days on an Alaskan cruise and kept blood sugar around 110 to 115. Wow, that is a huge win, because that is very, very, very normal blood sugar. And those cruises have some of the best food. Wow, good job. I bet it was wonderful. Oh my gosh. I've always wanted to go on a cruise, and I've not done that yet. And the Alaska ones are supposed to be fantastic. Hey, and Barb's in the house, health at any cost. And she says, evening all, glad to be here, Gina. Yay. Good to have you, Barb. And Naturalista's here too. Woo woo. She says, hi, Gina is waving. And Robin Lockwood's here too. All right. And Shorty says, I lost 2.2 pounds this week. Yay. Doesn't that feel good? Oh my gosh, Shorty. I think it has been very few times, very, 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 very few times that I lose 2 pounds in a week. I'm one of those turtles, and I'm lucky to lose 1 pound a week. And so, wow, when there's that second pound and there's 2 pounds in a week, that is so exciting. Because you think about it, if you can do 2 pounds a week for a year, that's 104 pounds in a year. That's like, wow. But I'd be excited to even keep doing a pound a week, so I can hit 52 pounds in a year. And so far, I'm on week 35, and I'm down 30. I've got 5 weeks where I had the 1 week last week, and then I had some weeks after my hysterectomy that I didn't lose. So it kind of slowed me down a little bit, but I usually average about a pound a week. But yeah, it's so exciting to hit 2. Good job, Shorty. That has to feel fabulous to get those 2 pounds off, 2.2 pounds off. And Dina's in the house. Dina Barbosa says, I finally caught you live. Hey, Gina and Jeff. Hi, Dina. It's good to have you here. And if you have any questions, or if you, Dina, have any wins to share this week, let us know, and we'll share them and celebrate you. And Shorty says, congratulations, Gina. Oh, thank you so much, Shorty. And Naturalista says, great news, Gina. I'm going to have to get one too. It's really a lot of fun, and it's super easy. And Gina says, Laverne says, Gina, you said you're on maintenance. What is your dosage? Well, I don't mean like really maintenance. I'm taking the 7.5 of Mounjaro. I meant to say more like I maintain. So it's like my body was like, let's call it a maintenance week, because my body didn't budge. A week ago, it didn't budge, but I was eating between 1,200 and 1,700 calories. I was exercising every day. I was eating at least 4 fruits and vegetables every day. I was eating over 60 grams of protein, shooting for 100, but at least 60. I try to hit, there's 6 different goals that I have for myself every day. And if I hit those goals, I give myself a star sticker. And this last week, I did really well. I had only one day that I didn't get a star, and it was Jeff's birthday. And we went out to eat 2 different times on his birthday. We split a meal both times, though, and we just ate 2 meals because the breakfast was big. So we ate a late breakfast and called it brunch, and then we had dinner, and we split both meals. And for the first time, I didn't finish my plate. Even though I had half a meal, I ate most of it, but I didn't eat all of it. And that's a win for me too, because I've always been part of the clean plate club, and I didn't clean my plate at either time. And 2 days after Jeff's birthday, I lost my second pound. So I didn't gain any weight. And usually when we have a celebration day, I'm going to be a lot heavier on the scale the next day. And I wasn't this time. And I ate really delicious food. So anyway, so that was kind of a win too. And the week before, same thing. I had 6 stars, and but I hadn't. I didn't lose. I maintained that week. So anyway, doing the hula hoop thing has really helped because I was doing something different and I was adding a little more exercise and doing it in the evening. But I'll tell you guys, it is really pretty easy. But if you do see my first video, I had, when I first pulled it out of the box trying to getting it out of the box, it was a little bit hard for me in the beginning, but now easy peasy. And I can do this for 30 minutes. And I'm hoping that soon it'll get cool outside and I'll do this outside and I'll do it camping. And then I'll be able to do some tricks where I'll try to be able to walk and swirl. If I walk and swirl now, I might hit something. But, if I can, dance, and I maybe dance around a little bit to music while doing it, and maybe do some different things with my arms and doing it as I get better. So that way I can always add like a little challenge or whatever. But it's been a lot of fun, and it's really not that hard. It was just hard the first day because it was hard to figure out exactly to get the motion just right. But boy, the second you do, it is just easy peasy. You don't even have to think about it. Okay, and let's see. And Dennis says, Gina, do you still wear a CGM? My type 2 diabetes is pretty much controlled, but thinking about getting a CGM, but will it cost me $190 for a 3-month supply? Is it worth it? Okay, that is a very good question, Dennis. But will cost me. So that's how much it'll be with because insurance, for me, I think I pay even more than that. I pay on insurance. Let's see, how much is it? I think I pay $68 a month for my Freestyle Libre 3 on my health insurance. If I didn't have health insurance, I think they wanted to charge me, it was over $150 without health insurance a month. And but with my health insurance, it's like 65, 68, something like that. So it's not cheap. It's not totally cheap. So what I do, all right, Logan, plug your ears. He's my buddy. He always worries about me and asks about it. But they only last 14 days. And then you take it off and then you put a new one on. If you do the Freestyle Libre 1, 2, or 3. If you do the Dexcom, they last 10 days. And I don't know, you might get 3 in a box. I'm not sure. I've not done the Dexcom yet. But the Dexcom was the gold standard. And my insurance would never pay for that unless I had type 1 diabetes. And I'm just a type 2. But I can tell you, I sometimes put a week in between, so they'll last longer. So I stretch it out a little bit. So I'll do 2 weeks wearing it, and then I'll do about a week where I'm not wearing it, and then I'll put it on again for 2 weeks. It really helps me because it helps me to know if my blood sugar is getting a little high. I go for a walk. It lets me know if there's different foods that will raise my blood sugar, so I avoid those. And if I'm going to go up a dose in my Mounjaro, I want to really be wearing it for a bit because I want to make sure I don't get a sugar low and go too low. And I will tell you, Mounjaro is amazing. I used to, if I had like 2 bites of rice, oh my gosh, or rice noodles at a Thai restaurant, my blood sugar would shoot over 250. It would just be like, I'd be better off having a candy bar than having rice. Rice was just, for me, it was just a big spiker. on Mounjaro, I don't have those big spikes anymore. And I can have a little bit of rice and I can have a little bit of rice noodles and I'm not getting those big spikes. Actually, it's very possible if my last Freestyle Libre that I haven't been wearing one for a couple of days now. My last Freestyle Libre, when I was looking at, because it gives you lots of different graphs and stuff, so you can see 24 hours a day what your blood sugar was doing, and it gives you your average blood sugar on one of the graphs. And so the last 90 days, if my sensor was totally right, I my average blood sugar was 109, and that's 24 hours a day, averaged out. And 109, I looked up on the chart, would be like a 5.4, 5.5 A1C, and that's in the normal range. So that is, and I've not been in the normal range ever since I had my diagnosis. So anyway, and I go to the doctor soon because I can't renew my prescription of Mounjaro until I see the doctor for my health insurance. And my doctor had told me that the last time I saw him, that every 6 months they want blood work and stuff done to decide if they're gonna, how things are going, and before they approve the next 6 months of my Mounjaro. So I'm really hoping that even though my A1C is going to be smoking great, super great, I know it's going to be really great and it's going to be an improvement. I'm hoping that my insurance doesn't yank it from me, because it has made a huge difference for me with my cholesterol, with my blood sugar. It's just been dynamite. It's been dynamite, and healed my liver. There's just so many things that it can do, and I don't want to be without it. I would like to continue taking it, and once I lose all the weight I want to lose, so if I'm down 30 pounds now, I've really wanted to lose at least 50. And so ever since I've started, since day one, I've wanted to lose at least 50 pounds. 100 pounds would be amazing. That's a stretch goal. But 50 pounds, I would be super excited. 75 pounds would be where I was when I was raising my kids when they were little. And 75 pounds would be amazing. So I'm first shooting for 50, then I'm going to shoot for 75. And once I hit that 75, why not? It would be so great to be down 100. So I'm 70 pounds away from that. So we'll see. So you guys are going to have me for a long time if you're willing to come back and watch, because I will not be able to leave you anytime soon, because I'm not a fast loser. Some people are what we call super responders on Mounjaro and Zepbound, and they'll lose 2 pounds or more a week, and it just melts off them. But I am not a super responder. I have 3 strikes against me, being postmenopausal, type 2 diabetes, and my 3rd strike is I also have lipedema in my arms and legs. And I have a video about that too, if you want to look up what lipedema is. The researchers believe that probably about 11% of women have lipedema, and they just haven't had it diagnosed. And it's that weird, that fat that feels kind of almost like rice in your arms and in your legs, and it can be tender if you squeeze it, because it has inflammation in it, and the fat modules get big and hard, and those big hard fat globules, they don't melt with dieting. That they might stay, but the rest of my fat that I have that's not a lipedema fat, I'm working on getting rid of that. So I should be able to lose 75 pounds, I think. But if I could lose 100, that would be like super thrilling. So we'll see. But I'm getting a lot closer to 50 now, being at 30, and 50 would thrill me to no ends. Okay, let's read some more questions and some more wins from other people here. So my answer is about the CGM. It was worth it to me. It was worth it to me. And it's not something you have to do for the rest of your life per se. You could try it for a little bit and find out what's working for you, what foods spike you that might not spike somebody else, and what the difference is of what your blood sugar does after you go for a walk after you've had dinner, or any kind of exercise. What's that doing? If stress can make your blood sugar spike, is there something that happens during your day that gives you more stress? And there's just so many things that really knowing and looking and being able to see, not just, gosh, you wouldn't want to prick your finger all day long. And let me tell you, number one, I'm a big fat baby. I do not like pricking my fingers. Every time I prick my finger to do my blood sugar, it hurts. It hurts every time. It makes me jump a little bit. I hate it. But giving myself my Mounjaro shot, I wish I could feel it maybe a little bit more, because sometimes I'm worried it didn't go in, that the shot didn't go in, and it really did go in, but I can't feel it. If I do, it'd be just the slightest little tingle. That's it. And the same thing with putting on one of those blood sugar sensors, one of those CGMs. It really doesn't hurt. It's just a little tingle, and that's it. It's really pretty. It's really pretty easy, and it's just amazing, all that data. It gives you the power to know more about you and how you can help make your blood sugar go better too. Okay, let's see. Shorty says, thank you, Gina. You're welcome. And Barb, Health at Any Cost, says, Dennis, my endo RX'd mine. And even though my A1C is now 5.1, insurance paid for it. I love the thing. Wish I had it years ago. Yeah, me too. Oh, and Barb has the Dexcom, which is the gold standard. It is the best of the best. And I hear that they're going to have Dexcom be over the counter. I don't know how much they're going to charge when it's over the counter, but when it was something that only insurance would pay for, it was more expensive than the Freestyle Libre. And Robin Lockwood said, had my EMG test today for my lower back. Now I wait for results. In between time, I'm in the pool doing the pool exercises. Yay! Maybe I'll try the hula hoop once I know more about the back. Yes. So if you have a bad back, definitely ask your doctor. You always should ask your doctor first. They say that about any exercise. Ask your doctor first and see it's okay. But if you have a back issue, then you really got to ask your doctor about that first and then see. But I'm loving it. I don't have a bad back though, but I'm loving it. It's kind of fun. It's easy. It's easy peasy, and like I say, it's not very expensive at all. It's really it's a really cheap piece of equipment. And Cindy, Taz the Bulldog's mom, says, I didn't take my shot today. I don't want to get sick while driving, and since we were driving our own car, it made sense. Oh yeah, I'm with you with that. Yeah. And all the stress too of driving and moving. Yeah, just wait till you get there. And once you get there on move-in day, do your shot then. And I'm sure you'll do just fine. And Barb says, Taz, for sure. I don't blame you at all. And Taz says, praying for you, Barb. And Barb says, thank you. And Barb's going to be having a surgery towards the end of the month. So she could appreciate prayers too, sent her direction. And Cindy says, typing and driving is a no-no. That's true. And Barb says, Gina, you missed Laverne's question about the CGM question. No, I just answered that one. Let's see. And Robin says, I found yellow kiwi. I'm hooked. Oh my gosh, yellow kiwi is delicious. It is absolutely delicious. Only has 50 calories. It has a gram of protein and a gram of fiber, and it's supposed to help the green and the green kiwi has 45 calories, 1 gram of protein and 2 grams of fiber. And both of them are supposed to be able to help you with it's supposed to be a natural cure for constipation. So I've been eating one of each day, and they're just delicious. And it's always fun to do something a little bit new. And kiwi's been one of my new things. I was chatting about it quite a bit yesterday in the Sunday weight loss book club group. Oh, I'm glad you found it, Robin. Hey, it's Darium's back and in the house. And he says, I'm glad that it's working great for you, Gina. I hope that they know that your A1C is being controlled with the use of MJ. To get off would be dire to your health. It really would, Darium, because seriously, I know from wearing my CGM that when I'm not on Mounjaro, everything makes, anything with rice. And there's things that rice is hidden and is a hidden ingredient. And there's been times where I used to look at my blood sugar, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, why is it spiking? What did I do? I thought I ate mostly protein and whatever. And then I will have eaten something that there was rice in the ingredients. And it didn't even look like rice, like, when you're having stir fry over rice. But yeah. And Mounjaro is controlling my type 2 diabetes, and it's wonderful. And I'll be really sad if they take me off. And let's see. Deb Zimmerman says, hi, Gina. Hi, Deb. Good to have you here. And it's Darium says, don't forget the thumbs up, great people. Oh, thanks, Darium. That really does make a difference. The likes. And if you enjoy this, go ahead and subscribe and be part of the Anchor Moments community. We have the kindest people here, and we love to help each other. And that does make a difference. YouTube will send our stuff to more people if they see that there's engagement. Let's see. And Linda's Journey says, hi, Gina. Hi, Linda. And Barb, Health at Any Cost, says, Dexcom's over-the-counter continuous glucose monitor costs $99. That's not bad for a one-time purchase of 2 sensors. That lasts 30 days. Okay, so the Dexcoms do 15 days a piece? That's great. I thought they were 10. They were 10 each. But a month for $99, that's not bad when you're not using insurance for it. And that's going to help people who don't have type 2 diabetes yet, who are overweight, that they can check on their own and see what they're doing to prevent type 2 diabetes as well. Dennis says, I totally agree. Oh, wait, did I see? Deliver sensors every 30 days. Okay, good. I made sure I read both of those pieces, Barb. Dennis says, I totally agree. I started taking Mounjaro back in February this year. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, diabetes, fatty liver disease before taking Mounjaro. 2 months after taking Mounjaro, blood pressure is now controlled and off blood pressure meds. Cholesterol back to normal. Liver enzymes are normal too. And that's 2 months with only 2 months of Mounjaro. That is a huge win, Dennis. That's amazing. And you know what? I totally get it, because when I was having some postmenopausal bleeding that I ended up needing a hysterectomy. But when I had that, they had to run some tests, and I was 7 weeks into taking Mounjaro. And in 7 weeks' time, my cholesterol went down too. And just recently, when I went into the doctors this last week to my gynecologist to do my hormone therapy check to make sure things were working, they were super excited, and they said my blood pressure has gone down. I'm not on blood pressure medication, but I was getting kind of borderline high, but I wasn't, kind of like when you're in the borderline high of blood sugar, but you're not type 2 diabetes yet, but you're on that pre-diabetes range. I was kind of that way with my blood pressure, but my blood pressure was good this last week too. So wow, to have all that difference in 2 months' time, Dennis, good job. And Dennis also says his A1C is down to 5.2. Awesome. And best of all, I don't have to wear a CPAP machine for my sleep apnea. And on my 7th month on Mounjaro, I lost 43 pounds. That's awesome. My BMI is normal. I'm grateful. Mounjaro for me is life-changing. That is life-changing. Thanks so much, Dennis, for sharing, because it just, it's so encouraging and it's so inspiring when we can share with each other. And wow, I am so proud of you. I am so incredibly proud of you. Good job. And Robin says, Dennis, did you go and get tested again for CPAP? I hate mine, but I stopped breathing. So that's why I use the CPAP. I'd love to stop mine. Well, he said his sleep apnea got cured. But Dennis, if you have more to share about that, please do for Robin. Hey, and Taylor's in the house. Woo woo! And Taylor says, Gina, hi, beautiful. I love those colors on you. Oh, thanks so much. And thanks for the sparkly hearts. I appreciate that. Okay. Well, I don't have any super chats this week, but it is time for me to give myself my shot. Let's see, where should I do it? I did 3 o'clock stomach last week. I've done both of my legs. I haven't done my arm for a while. I could probably do my right arm. You know, it's a little tricky doing doing your arm by yourself a little bit, but not too bad. Oh, Barb says I have a scale win. Oh, good. She says, gonna brag for a sec. Reminder, I am a super responder. Barb really is. Oh my gosh. I have lost 250 pounds as of today. Woo woo! I'm gonna give you some hearts, Barb. Let's throw some hearts out there for Barb. Yay! 250. Wow, Barb. That is fantastic. Wow. That's amazing. And Barb is the super responder. It's taken you a couple years, right, Barb? But still, holy cow. That's like a whole person. That is so awesome. And she says, I can hardly believe it. And Naturalista's clapping and going, congratulations, Barb. Woohoo! 2.5 years and 250 pounds. That is so awesome. And she exercises and she does all the things. And her story is so inspiring, so incredible. She is going to be on a future Anchor Moment Live. As soon as Jeff he hasn't done our taxes from last year. We had to do the extension because he had bladder cancer at the time. And we got behind on some things. But once he gets that all done and figured out, then he's going to learn how to do either SteamYard or one of those software apps. And then I'm going to be bringing on some people to share their stories and during these lives. So you'll have a couple of us. And so you won't just have to listen to me who I am a turtle. I'm a slow responder, but I'm still I work it. And a turtle will eventually cross that finish line. And I'll get there, but I will be bringing on some wonderful guests, and Barb is on the top of my list of people that I want to interview because her story is absolutely fantastic. And Barb says, I've lost 60% of my starting weight. Wow. And Shorty says, wow, Barb, that's amazing. And Linda's Journey says, congratulations, Barb. And Barb says, thank you all so much. And Deb Zimmerman says, congrats, Barb. You've worked so hard. I'm so happy for you. Me too. All right, let's see. First thing to do with the shot, you got to take the gray cap off. Second thing, and I already cleaned off my arm. Second thing is you turn the dial from lock to unlock. And then, let's see. Boy, I haven't done my arm in a while. I like to get my finger ready for where it's going to go right there. And let's see. Just hold it. And then I'm going to push this button, and I'm going to push the button and hold it for about 10 seconds. We've got to listen to 2 clicks. Actually, it's kind of good to get in a fatter part. Here we go. Maybe here. Here we go. Didn't feel a thing, but it made the 2 clicks. There we go. And we know it's in because of the gray plunger is at the bottom. Now, one of the things I do that does make it so I can't feel anything is I take this out of the refrigerator. So it's out for at least an hour before I insert it. And I don't feel anything. It's great. And some people say if you do it straight from the refrigerator, it stings a little bit. But if it's room temperature, it's not a problem. It's really easy peasy for anybody who hasn't given themselves their shot yet and they're nervous about it. It really isn't that bad. I promise. I promise it's not bad at all. Okay. And Dennis says, Robin, I didn't have another sleep study done, but according to my wife, I stopped snoring when I lost all the excess weight, so I just stopped using it. I probably need to do another sleep study just to be on the safe side. But that's awesome. No more snoring. Oh my gosh. And I'm sure you're feeling so much better because everything about you is better. Your blood pressure is better. All your stuff's better. Good job, Dennis. And Bia Gina says, in 3 months, I lost 20 pounds and I'm still Mounjaro 5 milligrams. That is awesome. Congratulations, Bia Gina. That's a good win. And Barb, Health at Any Cost, says, Bia Gina, you're doing great. And she says, thanks, with the smiley face. And Robin Lockwood says, okay, Dennis, well, I'll get checked first before quitting mine. I sure hope I can get off mine too. That would be awesome because there's so many health things. And you guys, the insurance companies are going to have to start looking at this and go, wow, the amount of money that the country will save of all the health insurance companies in the long term if we can get our health back. And this medication is helping me get my health back, and so many of you too. So anyway, that is the great news today. Well, I love you guys bunches. I hope you have a wonderful week, and be looking. Anyone who wants to do my book study, it's free. I have a playlist with all the previous weeks so you can watch on replay, but let me know which book you want me to read next and do next with you. Have a great night. Bye-bye.